Hello, my name is Desiree Mamet, and I am just going to share a little bit about activation and the Lifevantage products. And I did do a video on the difference between activation versus supplementation. They're very different. The Lifevantage products are not supplementing a deficiency, they're activating pathways in your body. So I did do a video on that. So if you want to see more on actually what is activation, reach out to the person who invited you to this and they can share that video as well. The biggest thing is that all of our products are activating anti-aging pathways in the body. These are pathways that have been shown to be really important for not only anti-aging, but disease prevention, overall wellness, healing, and all kinds of things. And I can say from experience that, these products have absolutely changed my own health and my entire family's. I was born with Lyme disease. I don't ever claim anything. We don't claim that, our products are treating, curing, preventing, or mitigating diseases. But what we do know in a lot of these diseases that inflammation is the root cause. And so when you're activating pathways, helping your body to do the work, it's much different than using something like a normal supplement to help your body to heal. So I'm going to actually go ahead and screen share here because I want you guys to see just a little bit of why our products are so unique and what the difference is here. So um, the biggest thing that I say is a lot of times I think we think that if one of our parents has a disease, or let's say, for instance, my mom had breast cancer, that doesn't mean I'm going to get breast cancer. If someone in your family has heart disease, that doesn't mean that you're going to get heart disease. What we found is that our genes are actually really fluid and they can be changed for the good or for the bad. And a lot of times I think we think we're just destined to whatever we were born with, that's what we've got. But that's actually not the case. Only 3% of your genes are actually locked in. Everything else can actually be changed, turned up, turned down for the good or for the bad, depending upon lifestyle, um, stress factors, the things we're eating, the environment, our stresses, just emotionally, trauma, gut health, all of these things are changing our genes. And so with activation and with the Lifevantage products, we're doing opposite of that. We're going opposite of the disease state, opposite of stress, opposite of inflammation. And we're helping our genes balance and processes in your body to create vibrant health starting at the cellular level using specific blends of natural ingredients. So once again, it's not supplementation, it's activation. So the first product, I do want to highlight just a handful of our products. All of our products do activate, whether they're for the hair, for the skin, for your pets, they all activate. Our number one product, this was a product that was the basis of our entire company. It's our flagship product. It's a product called Protandim NRF2 that I won't go a day without. And what it's doing is it's reducing something called oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is something we can't avoid. If you look at these things on the screen, all of these things we're being exposed to daily. And a lot of them we can't necessarily avoid. Our world is just one of those worlds that, I think if you look at that statistic of 80,000 new chemicals since the industrial revolution, that's just insane what our bodies, even babies, when they actually test a newborn and the umbilical cord, the amount of chemicals that they're seeing in kids that have never even been exposed to the environment other than what their mom has been exposed to is absolutely crazy. And so we need a way of lowering oxidative stress, which essentially oxidative stress is when we have too many free radicals, too many, it's bombarding the body and our body is on this overload. Some free radicals are good. We want our body to have a healthy immune response. But this is when we have too many free radicals. It's leading to oxidative stress, which is leading to potentially disease. And oxidative stress, which is an inflammatory type response, is linked to over 200 diseases. And what's so neat is that we can legally say that we have the only product in the world that reduces naturally oxidative stress by 40% on average in 30 days in all mammals, including animals. And so a lot of times with oxidative stress, we have people that will come to us and say, okay, taking this product, is it going to help with my heart? Could it help with anxiety? Could it help with my gut? Could it help with diabetes? We get all of these all the time. But the thing is, if you look at the root cause of all of these diseases, if you go to a website called pubmed.gov, which is the Library Institute of Health, where all published research is at, you can look up whatever disease you want. For me, it could be Lyme disease, or my son who had cancer. I could look up cancer and oxidative stress. And it's one of those things. When you see the amount of studies, as you can see here, when we printed this, 318,000 studies were on PubMed just about oxidative stress. And that number is growing and growing by the thousands each year. You can actually look up our flagship product, Protandim, as you see here, on that site as well. And you're going to see almost 30 peer-reviewed published studies, which is a huge deal. When you think about published studies, you usually think of those as studies in a drug, not in a natural product. This is actually one of the reasons that my husband works in the cardiology world, and he knows what it means to have a peer-reviewed published study. So when he saw that the American Heart Association did their own study on our product, not on our ingredients, but on our product, that got his wheels turning a little bit, because he thought, wait a minute, you don't spend millions of dollars and money on a natural product. That's not where the money is at. The money is in the pharmaceutical world, not in the natural world. So the fact that these other research, these other institutes, these other schools, these other universities were doing their own studies using their own money, that's a giant deal. And so I think for those of you who are remotely in maybe the health and wellness world, even the medical world, that's a really unique thing to have a product that has peer-reviewed published research. So what this product does, like I said, it lowers oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. It increases some of our antioxidant genes like superoxide dismutase by 30%, catalase by 54%, and glutathione by 300% after 120 days. That is massive. Glutathione is something that we do not want low levels of. Glutathione is something that a lot of times people are doing infusions and different things to increase that, but that's only temporary. But what if you could activate your body to make glutathione by an increase of 300%? And glutathione is your master detoxifier. It's a master, very important antioxidant that our body has to make. Supplement it. You have to make it. So I said, I'll take this product every day for the rest of my life, just knowing what it's doing with glutathione and oxidative stress only. But it's activating hundreds of genes. The great thing about our product, it is NSF label, BSCG, which means all professional athletes can take our products. They are not banned substance. That's a big deal to get that. There's not very many natural products that actually have the BSCG label on them, and the NSF, which means everything we say about this has to be exactly what we're saying. Every product, every lot is tested for purity, which is a big deal to me. Not only having suffered from Lyme disease, but also having a child with cancer, I am very specific about what things go into his body and into my body and my entire family's body. The great thing about this is it is 5 ingredients, and you can see those ingredients listed below. The neat thing is you cannot make Protandim by just taking these 5 ingredients separate. It's the synergistic effect of all of these ingredients together that activate a pathway in your body, and that's called the NRF2 pathway. That's why it's called Protandim NRF2. And so you cannot go make this. We have international patents and United States patents because that protects this very specific blend. So you think of it like this picture. When you think of taking a multivitamin or a direct antioxidant, you're only killing, it's one free radical to one antioxidant. They neutralize, it's gone. Our product, by activating this NRF2 pathway, is a million times more powerful than taking a direct antioxidant. Like your house, like think of your body being on fire with all of the things it's being bombarded with oxidative stress and toxins. So it's that 1-to-1. So think of, if your body's a fire, you were to take a Dixie cup of water and throw it on that fire. What is it going to do? Not a lot. That's just like a direct antioxidant. But taking Protandim NRF2 is turning on God's pharmacy, and it's like putting a fire hose in every part of your body to help put the fire out. So it is a million times more powerful, which is an extremely powerful statement to be able to say. And I love this. So this is not our company. This is from Washington State University. This was published 10 days after my son was diagnosed with leukemia when he was 7. I actually took this paper and other papers to his doctor because I wanted her to see that this is activating his body's potential. This is not going to have drug interactions. This is something that's giving his body what it needs. But I love that that Washington State University said that this pathway, the NRF2 pathway, may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That is huge. So for me and my house, we're taking this every single day. We don't miss. I probably have missed a handful total in 13 years. But Lifevantage didn't stop there. They developed other activators. They continued on how can we activate other anti-aging pathways. So they developed our entire Protandim line after that single NRF2 activator. This product is called Protandim NRF1, and it activates your mitochondrial pathways. Mitochondria is our ATP. That's our powerhouse. Many diseases, including cancers, neurodegenerative diseases, even you look at things like depression, Alzheimer's, all of these, there is a disconnect in mitochondria. They're either not working very well, the communication is scattered, something's going on. So when you activate your production of healthy mitochondria, this is big for your cellular energy, improve performance through energy production. It enhances overall cellular health and helps your cells to function at peak performance. It improves sleep quality, cellular repair, boosts mitochondria production and their ability to network. And it slows cellular aging by supporting chromosome integrity. That is a big deal. And so for anybody, even in athletics, you look at recovery and what you're trying to do, even when you lift weights, you're trying to build more mitochondria. So this is another powerhouse of a product. The third Protandim activator that they made is called Protandim NAD. This is the same, it's producing the same proteins called sirtuins, which is what you activate and produce when you intermittent fast. However, with this product, you're increasing sirtuin activity by 100% in 24 hours without fasting. There's no fasting needed to get that same benefit. So this is also helping with healthy inflammatory response, maintains cholesterol levels already in healthy range, supports your vascular system, the brain, positive mood and motivation, mental and physical activity or energy, and improves mental focus and concentration. Those three are very, very powerful individually. The neat thing is that we also have a patent on the three together, of the three Protandim activators. We call this our tri-synergizer. So you can see on this graph, you don't have to understand all of the individual genes, but what this is showing is that just Protandim NRF2, the flagship product by itself, is doing all of these incredible things. But then you can see in the graph that when you put the three together, our tri-synergizer, it's increasing them more. And so 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 at all in any of our products. It's amplifying and working better and more powerful together. So the stories that we see with that tri-synergizer is truly incredible. My entire family takes all of those as well, including my kids. So lastly, what I'm going to talk about today is our activated collagen. This was something that I have to be honest, I was a little like, why are we doing collagen? So many companies have collagen. What's going to make us unique in this? We have the first truly activated collagen. So, what makes this unique and different? So not only are we replenishing what collagen with 10 different types of collagen peptides, which normal collagens out there on the market are just replenishing one or two types. Ours actually has 10 types of marine collagen peptides, but it's also activating your genes to help make more collagen and slowing down those genes that are responsible for collagen loss or maintaining what you currently have. The biggest thing out there is that it has to be a liquid collagen. It takes large collagen protein pieces are hard to digest, and they have to be broken down by enzymes. But True Science liquid collagen uses hydrolyzed collagen chopped into smaller pieces so your body doesn't have to break them down, and it makes it highly absorbable and easier for your body to utilize. Also, these hydrolyzed collagen pieces are highly water soluble, whereas regular collagen is not. So, the most efficient form has to be liquid, and this makes it highly bioavailable for the body as well and for absorption. So, collagen goes way beyond skin deep, especially with our collagen, because you're supporting 10 types of collagen peptides. So, as you can see here, it's way beyond hair, skin, and nails. We're talking gut lining, liver function, joints, um, bones, overall tissue repair, eye health, brain health, on and on, sleep quality. And I love this because it's showing below the surface or the iceberg. You have the tip of the iceberg, and what's below that. There's more than just hair, skin, and nails, as you can see on this. Even insulin sensitivity, weight management, healthy blood pressure, wound healing. And once again, that gut health, which is 70 to 80% of our immune system is our gut. So it's 5,000 micrograms of hydrolyzed marine peptides from responsibly and sustainability caught fish. So there's not just one or two types of collagen in our liquid collagen. There are 10 types. The other thing is that with this ruby red quinoa extract, that's another ingredient that's added to help it activate these genes to produce, or excuse me, to boost collagen production by 5 times. So as you see these numbers of these genes that it's activating, that's truly incredible. So it's increasing up to 42% of type 1 collagen alone. However, it's also slowing down by 33% certain genes that are responsible for collagen loss or collagen degradation. That's a big word. So, bottom line is don't just take collagen, activate your collagen's own production. And this is just showing a couple of the other berry extracts and things that are in there to help. And so it's this specific blend of all of these nutrients and these collagen peptides to make the activated collagen. And as you can see here, what's not in it. This is big. No sugar, non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, no artificial sweeteners. Here's what's showing after an 8-week clinical trial, that it's increasing collagen density by 100%. Depths of crow's feet, 22%. And you can read the rest. However, the biggest thing is that's just on the external. But look at what it's doing. If you think about the internal, see what it's doing on the external. So as you can see in these results, we're talking fine lines, wrinkles, almost like fillers or natural Botox. I'm not a fan of Botox. I just don't personally believe in injecting yourself with a toxin. So I love, as you can see in these pictures, look at what the health of their body looks like, the glow. And these people are taking our collagen and our Protandim NRF2 together. I mean, you can just see this gal. I mean, look at how the changes of 11 months, what it's done to her. More of the neck. You can see here, our dear friend Sean Poe, just like even around his mouth, but just less inflammation in the face and the body overall. It's incredible. We see this with vascular, with veins, with arms. My mom hates it, but I show her legs before and after. She has beautiful legs. She's 72, but it's amazing to see what it does. You can see here legs, lifting even of the brow. But this is just on the outside. Hair loss here. The great thing is on the inside, it's doing so much more than just the outside. And when you put our collagen and our Protandim together, we were having such incredible results that our company did a study of the two together and did a gene study. And they actually showed that it activates over 2,400 genes, the two together, not just the external and not just doing what Protandim does by itself, but it's also changing the stress response of your body. There are 10 stress response genes that they found that it actually changed by putting the two together. So now these two are patented together. This is a giant, giant deal. So I think of this as, what if you could help your body just to feel better, to do better with stress, to stop sending that stress response to the body? And last but not least, I'm going to talk about Axio, which is our brain food. It is not, or a brain drink. It is not an energy drink. It's helping with mental fatigue, brain fog, positive mood. I love it for even working out. I could go on and on and on this product, but I want to show you. This is a picture of a kiddo who deals with ADD. We see this all the time with kids with ADD and ADHD. On the left, you can see before him taking our brain drink Axio and our Protandim, his handwriting. On the right, you can see just 2 weeks. It's just helping the brain to get things less, clear in the brain. We've seen beautiful things with this. I use this, my entire family uses this product every single day. And you can even see on this from one of our dear doctors, Dr. Fannin, who does and actually does brain research and neurologist, showing what does it do to the brain when you're taking our products before and after. And you can see a lot less inflammation, a lot less heat on the right side versus the left side. So if you want to see a video on actually what he talks about this, let the person know who invited you, or I can send that to you. It's really incredible what this can do, this brain drink just by itself. I know I went through a lot of stuff right there, but I just wanted to show you guys a handful of our products and the power of what they're doing. So I hope that helps a little bit explain why Lifevantage products are something that we're so passionate about and that we don't go a day without. So I hope that helps, and get back, like I said, to the person who invited you to listen to this and let them know how we can help answer questions. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye now.